Hi everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing my left hand today, and we are going to be doing these 4 fingers. I already did my thumb just to try it out last night, but I wanted to show you my inspo pic right here. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have my gel lamp ready to go. She's right here. And then I am going to be using this dotting tool, this like nail art tool. And everything is located in my Amazon storefront. This I actually got from Double Dip store, and I do have a discount for them as well. And she's like super helpful. All right, the color that I'm going to be using is Ice Cream Social. And I do have my peel base already on these 4 fingers, already dried. And for my cleanup tool, I'm going to be using my Poshy angled brush. I am going to speed this up for you guys a little bit just because it's a basic application. For a gel application, and I am going to be doing 3 coats of this particular color. If you guys want a more in-depth of like how to apply gel color or any type of gel manicure, just let me know in the comments and I can go ahead and get a video up for you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. Like I said, I'm going to be doing 3 coats of this color, and I'll be popping in during the application process just to give you some more tips along the way right before we start on our actual design. And between your coats, you want to make sure that you cure a full 60 seconds. Some lamps, depending on your lamp, you might need 90 seconds. Mine is an LED/UV lamp, and 60 seconds for me is good to go. So right here, I wanted to show you that I am using a little bit of alcohol and that angle brush to clean around the cuticle where I got excess gel. Because even though we're doing a gel mani, you still want to keep your cuticle lines clean and crisp, as well as your sidewalls. So that's why I like to use that angle brush. And just in case if you guys were wondering, that finger rest that I'm using is from Liquid Layers. I'll go ahead and leave their website down below if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. Okay, so now I am on my final coat. Now, depending on the gel color that you're using, some of them might be opaque than others where you don't need 3 layers. For this color, every time I use it, the best pigmentation always comes out on the 3rd layer. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch while I apply my last layer, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to our design. Okay, so this is how we're looking straight out of the lamp. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to our design. I'm going to get my little plate out. My alcohol pump is also ready. My first color that I'm going to put down is called Into the Night, which is a black color. And by the way, you guys, I'm using all Triple D gels for this mani. The next one is going to be white, which of course is white. And then I'm going to put down Rainy Days, which is like a teal color. We don't need a lot of that, and I accidentally put too much, so right here you're gonna see me try and scoop it back into the bottle. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dab my art brush into the alcohol and then just wipe off the excess. I'm going to grab my white first, and what I'm gonna do for my pointer finger is I'm gonna draw an upside down triangle. So what I did first is I drew a line down the center of my finger. That's just giving me a guide to where the point is. I want to make sure that the point is centered on my nail. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from either the point and go up towards my cuticle line for one side, and then for the other side I went from the cuticle down to the point. And then after that I'm going to go ahead and fill it in. Now I did notice that I had to do 2 layers of the gel colors, whatever, if it was white, black, teal. I just noticed that I had to do 2 layers. So the first layer, you're basically putting down your foundation of where you want your design to be. And then your second layer is just to make it more bold. So on your first layer, you want to make sure that it is the best that you can make it, because you're going to flash cure it. And once you flash cure, you can't remove it unless, of course, you file it off. But then we'll be having to do the whole nail over. So right here, like I said before, we're going to go ahead and add our second layer to of our triangle. And you guys, we will be flash curing quite a few times just to make sure that the design stays in place. I don't want my gel to move anywhere while I'm either doing one part of design or on another nail. So that's why I like to flash cure in between the layers. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch right before we move on to the next. Okay, so now for my middle finger, I decided to do like a regular right side up triangle, but I wanted to do like an empty triangle. So what I did is I put a dot in the middle of my nail of where I wanted the point to be, and then I just dragged from the point down to the corners of my nails. Now this part was pretty easy because I have square nails, so I just used basically the sides of my nails for like the bottom corners of the triangle. So that's why I chose this, because I wanted to make it kind of easy for me. And then I took my alcohol brush and cleaned up the sides, and then I cured for 10 seconds again to make sure it was set in place. Now for my ring finger, I decided to copy my thumb, which was, I think it's called the evil eye, I believe. So what I did is I'm basically going to do like a crescent moon on it, and then I'm going to fill it in. Right here, I'm taking more of my white gel and I am just going over the design that I already did just to make it more opaque. And then after that, of course, you're going to go ahead and flash cure before we move on to the next step. For my pinky, I just wanted dots straight down the middle, so I apologize for covering it up, but this is how it looks like. What I did, I just picked up some white gel and then just went dots down the middle before I flash cured. All right, you guys, so now we're on to the black gel. All right, for this one, I am gonna do a like rainbow kind of line for the blacks, but I also wanted to cross over the white. You guys, I don't know how I got it this perfect the first go round. I think the nail gods were on my side. If it doesn't happen for you on the first time, that's okay. Just go ahead and take some alcohol and just rub it away and just start over. This design, I think, is more of like whatever shapes you feel like adding to your nail. I just decided to copy some of the nails from the inspiration and then switch some of them up. So I apologize, you guys. I didn't notice that I was off camera while I was doing this part of it. But what I did for my middle finger is I did an upside down triangle, but kind of like also crossing the white lines. So that's what I did right here. I did the same thing. I put a dot and then I went up on the corners and then I drew a line straight across to connect the bottom sides of the triangle. After that, of course, you're going to go ahead and flash cure. For my ring finger, what I did was I am actually going to rotate my hand to follow the white line where that crescent moon is. So me rotating my finger more than moving the brush was easier for me. So that's just a tip that I wanted you guys to know because, like I said, rolling my finger was easier than me just moving my hand. After that, I took some more black gel, and that's when I decided to do like the eyelashes of the evil eye. So the middle one, or the middle lash, is going to be the longest one, and then the sides, which for this design only had 3, which that's okay. The less lines, the better, honestly. But then the side ones are a little bit shorter. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch, and then I'll pop back in. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to that teal color, which again is Rainy Days. What I did is I took my biggest dotting tool, or the head of the dotting tool, and took some of that and put a big dot centered as possible onto where like the crescent moon was. And then what I did is I took the smallest dotting tool and I just followed in between those white dots on my pinky. With that same small dotting tool, we're going to add some black for the actual center of the eye. All right, and now for the finishing touch, we're going to go ahead and take some of our gel top coat, and we're going to go ahead and just put a thin layer all over the nails. And I only did 1 layer, you guys. You didn't really need another layer because everything basically just melted in together. So it wasn't bumpy or anything like that. So again, I only did 1 thin layer of a gel top coat and cured for a full 60 seconds. Okay, you guys, so this is how we're looking straight out of the lamp. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some cuticle oil. This one is from Scales of a Mermaid, and this is just to hydrate your skin and hydrate those cuticles. Highly recommend this. You don't have to, but it makes your hands just so much healthier and lively. Okay, so here how it looks at the end. And I am so in love. I actually got so many compliments, and I wore this mani for like 3 days, which is a lot for me. But I hope you guys like it. Make sure to comment below and subscribe, and I will see you later, you guys. Bye.